Welcome to Omega Alpha Episode 9. Today, we will be focusing on getting the materials we need so we can actually start producing stuff. But first, we are going to put a few more trees in our rubber tree farm. So we'll put a tree there, and a tree there, and a tree there. And while we're at it, actually, we'll put a tree there too. So anyway, this is my second time recording episode 9. The first time it was basically turned out too choppy of recording. So I had to undo it. Let's also get some of that rubber off in those of the trees that are giving it. As you can see, it wasn't the brightest idea of me placing that. And with advantage of this, you can, as you slowly go around it, you can see, like I see up here, which I know I probably need a little stilts. Now I got some more resin. Now we put the resin in our little resin pile. We put the tree tap away. We take some excess charcoal out. We put 8 pieces of iron in. That'll use to make our first industrial craft item. But while that's going on, let's go down. See this chest, we have some dirt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually even this all out. So for those wondering, this pattern is the most efficient because it doesn't allow any mobs to spawn in these empty spaces, and yet it also helps conserve dirt or whatever material you're using. And the reason I actually don't use stone is actually because it was when I actually used X-ray part of CBJ's mode, which because of Forge, at least at earlier on in its life, that the files weren't compatible. So, and after that, I just stopped using it. You see, there's some copper up there. So we're going to do a little bit of digging around it, but I'm not overly concerned of getting copper right now. Because I primarily want 10 in redstone. That's what we really need to really get our industrial craft off the ground. Anyway, let's get on to actually going downwards with our stairwell. Now over here we have another copper vein, which actually I probably should mine in this case because once I finish digging it'll be a little bit harder to get access to this. Good news is we know that we can access this gravel from this side. That gravel is also connected to there, so which means we can fill in this room. Though we might want to put a light source actually in there. There we've prepared our ceiling thing, so it kind of follows the same pattern. The other thing, continuing on back of what I said about this is the second recording. The first recording, what makes me kind of a little bit more upset about the loss of it being too of it is that it was like an hour and 26 minutes worth of recording, which obviously would be chopped down, but it was just a long thing. Then afterwards, before I finished before I even went to look at see how the recording turns out, I actually did some off-screen playing to help further along at the stage that it arrived at from that amount of stuff. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 is right there. So we'll just put it on that wall. That might be 10, but I'm thinking that's silver. Which silver I believe is from Redpower 2. At least that's where it came from. But it is actually very useful. I did something wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. That's why I did it wrong. Let's mine on the side around it. Yeah, that's definitely silver. Which I don't need right now. Because it's used in Redpower 2.2, and actually there is a recipe in Industrial Craft 2 that uses it too, which I don't have the resources for the rest of the recipe. And it looks like it's the stairway type of ore the iron is. And I am going to mine around it. Now, we have ore right here, but I believe we can at least repair some of this room so it doesn't look such a mess. I'm thinking actually by mining around these veins, which we're kind of using now from the previous episode, that it might actually reveal other ore veins that will get more and more. But we're gonna still work on that stairway. That's what I think I want to do, is continue the stairway. I'll eventually want to mine out that, so we'll mine some here so that as we go down, we can still access that level. Now there's some tin. And you can hear in the background that there's a zombie somewhere around in the cave. That's cave. But right now, I'm focusing on more of the mining aspect, getting a stairway. We have 2 more X's before we have to go back up to refresh our supply. Now, this vein, I will be actually mining around. For 10. Okay, let's put some torches in this area. And see how much we can. Here, I'll mine 1. See? Silver and tin. But now we have a path this way. Now we continue on this, our stairway down further. For those that don't know, in that upper left corner is actually the frame rate I'm getting with this game. And if you see, it looks like we have a little coal vein. And there is the lava. Now, it's supposed to be 1 down.